Okay, let's go ahead here and change gears just a little bit to talk about the agent and admin side of messaging. And to help us do that, we have Teresa Hahn from our product marketing team.
Hi, Andrew. Great to be here.
Hey, Teresa, great to have you on What's New to talk a little bit more about this. So, we just wrapped up talking with Avi, who talked a lot about what messaging means for a business's customers. And throughout that presentation, he talked a lot about how you can capture information for agents and how messaging is great for agents, but we really didn't get into the details of that. So, I'd love for you to start by talking a little bit about how a business can use messaging to increase their team's productivity and effectiveness.
Definitely. Yeah, this next milestone in our messaging solution is huge, and it's a major benefit to businesses. We've really been thoughtful about building messaging to work natively in our Zendesk Agent Workspace, and that's where agents spend every day. So even with additional ways now to message with customers, agents can still respond across any channel from one unified place. So they have all the tools and the context they need in that one centralized workspace so they can help customers over any channel.
I think it's been great to see our workspace progress throughout the course of the year and now add messaging into the mix. We have a demo prepared that we're going to go through and show everybody how they can use messaging, or how their agents rather can use messaging. But before we do that, Teresa, I would love for you to step through some of the key components in the workspace that pertain to messaging.
Definitely. Happy to. So, the first thing I would say is the interface is conversational and it's real time. So, that means your agents can easily see when a conversation is coming in and also even when a customer is typing a new response. And so that's incredibly beneficial for agents. If they're having more than one conversation at a time, they can then really prioritize and get back to customers right away. Another big benefit of messaging in Agent Workspace is agents can now get even more context before they go into a conversation. So, just like Avi mentioned, there are great ways to collect information automatically before the conversation gets handed over to an agent. So then all of this context is neatly surfaced up in that one unified agent workspace. And that means agents have all of that relevant information and what the customer has already shared so that they can provide even better, even more personalized support. And then finally, switching between channels is seamless for agents. So, like we talked about, they can respond over any channel from their unified agent workspace, and they never lose the thread of interactions with customers. So, let's say, for instance, a customer sent in a WhatsApp question, and then later they wanted to follow up over email. That whole conversation history is saved, and it's readily available for the agent to see, regardless of that channel. So that means customers don't have to repeat themselves, which, as you know, we all hate doing. And then for
Yeah.
your team of agents, they can have those seamless, ongoing conversations that really delight customers.
Well, I think it's beneficial for customers, don't get me wrong, but for the agent, it's going to increase their productivity. Because in the past, they might have had to gone through multiple tickets that somebody submitted or multiple different places to find some of the context related to a customer's question. With messaging and the ability to switch between channels, it could all just be right there. So no matter who's handling that conversation on the agent side, they have the information, right?
Exactly. Especially as that agent transfers, right? You don't have to go and ask somebody else for that prior context. Instead, it's just all right there available for you, even if you're a brand new agent picking up that question.
I think that is a really big benefit of messaging in the agent workspace and this ability to change channels. So Teresa, we have a demo prepared that's going to step through everything that you just talked about and more and show how messaging is going to work for a business's agents. Why don't we go ahead and check that out?
Let's do it.
Let's now jump over to the agent experience to see how agents can manage and continue these conversations. The Zendesk suite is built with tools to scale support, such as our unified agent workspace, where agents can keep track of all their conversations in a coordinated and seamless way. An agent would start their day by first setting their status to online in order to start accepting incoming messages from customers. Right away, we can see a message has just come in from Zoe. Agents can accept that message and begin the conversation. As an agent, customer context is critical to not only offer personalization for the customer, but also efficiency for the agent. Here we can see information about Zoe, including her contact information and her previous interactions that she's had with Streamer. Additionally, we can see that Zoe's already interacted with AnswerBot, and it looks like her issues related to technical support. The agent also has context into her device type, issue, and region. And all this information on Zoe is available to the agent without having to ask her a single question. In Agent Workspace, if a customer has to leave the conversation and then pick it up later, the conversation history is never lost. This means that the agent is able to quickly continue the conversation where it left off, even when customers, like Zoe, move between different channels such as web and mobile or social channels. Messaging also happens in real time, indicating to agents when a customer is active and in the middle of sending a message, offering an efficient conversational experience that customers expect. Our messaging solution also supports automatic translations, meaning that agents don't have to worry about the language the customer is using to contact them or whether they happen to be skilled to reply in that language. Agent Workspace takes care of translating both sides of the conversation on the fly for seamless support. Zoe has to leave and wants a follow-up from the agent. Without having to end the conversation or open a new tab or dashboard, the agent can quickly switch the conversation to another channel, such as email, and quickly follow up with the customer, saving the agent's time while also keeping a unified record of the conversation history. The agent can now wrap up the conversation. The agent uses a macro related to the issue of technical support for Zoe's device before closing the conversation with Zoe. And to get a sense of how satisfied Zoe was with her interaction today, agents can easily send her a CSAT survey once the conversation is marked as solved. As you can see, messaging is seamlessly integrated into our unified agent workspace, making agents a lot more efficient and productive, and making the experience for customers convenient, fast, and personalized.
Alrighty, Teresa, before we wrap things up and let you go, I would love for you to tell us a little bit more about what a customer needs to get started with messaging in the agent workspace. Is there anything that you could tell us there?
Definitely. So to use Zendesk Messaging, you do need to be using the new Zendesk Agent Workspace. So this is something that if you haven't turned it on yet, you can easily do that. There's no extra charge, and you can just upgrade to this great new experience. So we've actually linked in a more detailed demo and also a Help Center article for you in the sidebar, so that can give you the exact next steps to get upgraded.
Perfect. No shortage of good resources for everybody today in the sidebar. Teresa, thank you so much for joining us on What's New this quarter. The new agent workspace looks great. It looks like it's going to bring a lot of value to customers who are using our messaging channels, make their agents more effective, give them more tools to do their job in a way that serves customers quickly. Thank you so much for jumping on today.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Andrew. Glad to be here.